guys, it is Daun Jacobsen from daunjacobsen.com, and I help purpose-driven entrepreneurs to build their existing business out online and take it to the next level, which includes learning all the practical steps that you need in order to build an online business, as well as the leadership coaching that you need in order to push through blocks that may be holding you back from your full potential. So this is a follow-up video to the content or editorial content calendar video that I did quite some time ago. I had thought that I recorded a follow-up for the content curator, but it is not in my Mac. And so we're going to do it now. So let's go ahead and get this going. Here we go. Let me see. Let's pop on over. The content curator that I use is feedly.com. There are many content curators out on the market and available. The reason that I like Feedly is because it allows you to install a little clipper onto Chrome right here, and also when you get onto a page, you can see that it will show up right here, and you can go ahead and click and add that right into your Feedly. But that is something for a little bit later in the video. Let's go ahead and pop in over to feedly.com. We'll wait for that to come up here for a minute. It's a coming. There we go. Okay, I have a Feedly account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. If you don't, you'll have to set one up. Not a big deal. Goes through real quick. Okay, here we go. Once you get into Feedly, what Feedly does as a content curator is it allows you to bring in content from all over the internet and to read it in one place. So for instance, what you can do is when you start out, it will present to you topics of interest. So some of the topics that I follow are leadership, marketing, branding, sales, all of those different things that have to do with building out your business and reaching your fullest potential are what I like to read, and that is what I provide for my target audience as well. And so what Feedly does is it allows you to search, you'll see here, by a number of different topics to be able to begin the process of bringing in different content that you can then draw from to put into your content calendar to give out to your people. So let's go ahead and see here what we can do. I'm going to go ahead and type in leadership, and you'll see here that when I type in the topic of leadership, articles will come up, topics and different sites and tracking tools that are specifically geared towards leadership. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the general topic of leadership. And what that does is it gives me a number of related topics that I can also follow, and a number of sites or bloggers or content providers that follow the topic or provide content on the topic of leadership. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to say, okay, well, you know, I really know about Michael Hyatt and I like his content. And so what I'm going to do is create a little tab called, or a folder called leadership, and I'm going to put Michael into it. If I wanted to put Michael into that, or leading blog, or any of these people, I just go ahead and click on the plus button and it will pull up a category. I actually have a category that is already called leadership, as you can see here. And so Feedly is smart enough to intuitively say, oh, you want to put this in your leadership folder. But if I didn't have this here, I would go ahead and click here and type up a new create a new category and call it whatever I like. So I'm going to say, yep, I do want it in leadership, add. And then what that means is that if I go over here, then once you have created a number of folders, I can go in and look at leadership, and it will pull up all of the running articles of the content creators that I have put into that leadership folder, and I can in one view look at all the articles that they have posted onto their blog or their website that I've added to that folder. And so what this allows you to do is to very quickly go in and take a look at different articles where you can get ideas not only to re-curate or take that content and put it into your editorial calendar to give to other people, but it also gives you ideas of what to write on, because then by reading, we understand or are able to create different pieces of topic that we want, or different content that we want to write on to provide for our own readers. And so what I do then is I would say, okay, well, you know, this is something that my target audience would be interested in, doing more, giving more, who's in charge. So let's go ahead and read that. This is an article by Seth Godin, and I would read right through that and say, yep, you know what, I really, really think this is something that my readers would enjoy, and I'm going to go ahead and clip that and pass it on to them. So what I would do in order to add this to my content calendar that I've already created in Google is I'd go ahead and click on it so that I can go ahead and get the link to that particular article. And I'm going to grab that article right here, copy that with a Command C on your Mac or a Control C on your Windows machine. And then I'm going to pop into my Google Calendar and put that URL right in to the Google Calendar, so that when that editorial calendar pops up, that reminder comes up for me to pre-schedule that particular piece of content, then I already have the URL right there and everything is all ready to go. So let's go ahead and get in there and do that. It's going to take me just a minute to log in. Let's see here. There we go. And let's get that logged in here. I don't want to do this one. I'm going to sign in with a different account. And give me a minute. Okay, there we go. So let's get over to my calendar. And here we are, and you'll see that I have a couple of those already there on my content calendar once I get in there. There it is, right there. Here we go. Oops. This is the one I want to see. Show me. And there's our posts that we had from the previous video. So what I would do is I would go through my Feedly and I would go ahead and pick out a number of articles that I wanted to take a look at or wanted to pass along or post on my social media channels. And I would click into one of the ones that I have set here as a placeholder, and I would put in, here we go. This is Seth Godin, doing more. What is the name of that? Doing more, giving more. Who's in charge? And what I would do is in my description, go ahead and put the URL, and then that is saved. So I'm going to go ahead and save that only for this event. And then you'll see right there that you'll have your content all lined out for the day according to what it is that you wanted to put in there. And that is how to use a content curator. One of the other things that you can do with a content curator, and the reason that I like Feedly, is that you can, like I said, right here, once you have it installed on Chrome as a browser extension, any website that you go to, so let's just pick some random thing. Let's see. Let's look up leadership as a search. Okay, here's an article from Forbes, or the art and science of leadership. So let's go ahead and go over there. And let's say here is an article that I find right here on leadership that this guy has, and I think he would be a great addition to my leadership folder in Feedly. And so I'm going to go ahead and add him to my Feedly. So what I do is I just go ahead and click right here on my Feedly button, and I can click add right on there. The other thing that it allows you to do is it allows you to automatically tweet, post to your Evernote, post to Facebook right from whatever page you're on, and that's nice. Nice to have as well, because you can go ahead and just post that up to Twitter right from here without putting it into your content. Say you find something that you like right now and you want to go ahead and add it. So let's go ahead and add this here. I'm going to click on my added, and it'll click added. It'll say added, and it'll go right into my Feedly and say, give me a subscription right there to Seth Godin's blog, right in my Feedly. And then I can go ahead and choose right here whether or not I want to put that into what place I want it to be, whether it is in my leadership or not, okay? And that is how you utilize Feedly as a content curator. You can see I have some other different ones here. The other thing you can do is you can go ahead and go and add particular websites specifically. So let's choose google.com. And you can see right here. Here's the Google website for Google Finance. And do I want to add this to my Feedly or not? It shows up right here. Yep, that's what I want to do, and it creates finance for me, or I can name it whatever else I want to name it. So that's a way to add URL-specific sites to your Feedly as well. So I hope that this video was helpful for you as a follow-up to how to create a content calendar within Google. If you like the video, I'd love it if you subscribe to my channel. You can also check me out over at my website, daunjacobsen.com, and or come on over to Facebook at facebook.com/daunjacobsen.page. I'd love to connect with you. Hope you guys have a great and fabulous day. Peace out.